Namaste, Prince Richard. I always want to call you Richard, but I know you go by Prince, and in the course, so I think I'm just going to stick with Prince. But the teacher reminded me always was to switch it over. So here's the topic I want to talk about, and it's a little different than what I've actually done in some of the content, but I'm pretty passionate about it, and it'd be really easy for me to speak to you about it. This is the struggle, and that is the political division in our country and even in our families and communities. Democrat, Republican, no government at all, and the lack of federal support in everything, in education and in just helping out the problems that everybody has in their neighborhood and in their lives. And since 2020, everybody realizes that the local resources are very thin. So um, I used to feel like that I was justified in um, righteous indignation and getting upset about things and being an activist and really trying to push against all the things that weren't working in the system and try to change the system. I worked in public education for 20 years, so I really work within the system. But what I realized was all of that pushing against just creates more worry and concern and fear in my life, and it doesn't make anything better. And so what I did, and trust me, I pushed against everything. I pushed against people leaving their engines on and trying to save the planet, you name it, right? But that kind of pushing against just creates more karma, bad karma, and more evidence to me that the world isn't working, right? So I moved to a small town outside of Sedona, Arizona, where there isn't any smog, and it's quiet at night. I'm not anywhere close to a big airport, and I did a training in February, and it was with the Democrats to see about taking some changes in this area because we have some pretty radical folks in this area, Proud Boys, and some really radical things here in the Yavapai County that I live in, and I learned something that Arizona only spent was on 48 out of 50 of per capita income spent on education. So, of course, more ignorance breeds fear. If you don't have a really good education or don't really know much about other cultures or what's really happening in our government, and, like you're really not um, having a great education, the blue states spend a lot of money on education and have better jobs available, where the red states have drained public education, put all their money in private education, and they don't have a middle class. They just have really rich and really poor. So um, I realized something, and this was my aha moment. They said every vote is a local vote, and I realized something even deeper. Even if you're not voting, everything you do is a local action. And so what I did is I put my focus on my block, this block here, and we have a drug house on our block. And it's not great. It's been here for 27 years. And we had a block party in October, and all of my neighbors here on the end of this block got together, and we've gotten organized, and there's been police raids and some things changing. And I'm not going to say it's perfect, but it's great because my neighbors help me, I help them, we share equipment, we help the way you need to in a small town, like when our cars break down or just things happen. And so yeah, this is my big aha is, we can get lost. Oh my gosh, we can get lost in duality. We can get so lost, and I would say for a lifetime I got lost in the duality of what was right, what was wrong, what we should be doing, what we shouldn't be doing. And what I realize now is what's more important is what are you passionate about, and what are you doing locally, and are you loving your neighbor? Are you loving your God by loving your neighbor? And does that mean all of them? I have a neighbor who has a little Trump sign hanging off of his mailbox ever since the week before the election, which is funny. Um, don't know why. I'm hoping he'll take it down once he puts his Christmas lights up. But I love him anyway. I love them anyway. Why wouldn't I? You know, they're both gotten over addiction. Both of them had serious drug addiction, and now they're doing really good in raising a kid. So, we're all just trying to do the best we can with what we have. And love really is the answer for every question. And so when we get out of judgment of other people, we realize that we're flawed. Everybody's flawed. But all you can do is the next right action and be kind and just try to do the next right thing and get out of the what's happening federally. I don't care. I might affect my taxes, but the beauty of America is nothing changes really quickly. And that's by design. So that's all I got, y'all. Namaste.